Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kemi, and I'm here to talk to you about Bravo's Love Hotel, episode 3. So we start where we left off last episode. The ladies have given five guys keys, and so they're looking. They brought in 8 new guys: Edward, Jason, Adam, Craig, Ian, and James. Those are the new guys that they brought in. And Joel, which is the host, like I said, I was going to get his name by the next episode. He tells the ladies to go and mingle with the guys so they get to know the guys. They're all mingling with each other. Adam has the same birthday as Luann's dad. So when she hears this, she gets emotional. She walks off. She's emotional. She's like, um, really overcome with the thought of this guy having her dad's birthday, and she's just like, I've been looking for someone like my dad, and I found this guy that has my dad's birthday. Maybe he's the one. So let's see who else. Giselle, she's at the moment, she's really not talking to any of the guys because they're just like to her. She does talk to one guy, Edward, but the only reason why she talks to him is because she realized that she knows him, and apparently she dated his cousin back in the day. So she's just like, yeah, no, we can't. And she's in the confessional with Ashley, and Ashley was just like, well, how close did you get to know him? And she was just like, in every way. And she was just like, well, maybe it runs in the family. Ashley, you girl. So Giselle is just like, no, I'm not about to find that out. So Giselle isn't feeling any of the guys. The ladies have mingled with all the gentlemen, and um Shannon and Luann, they both like Adam, which is Adam is the one that has um Luann's dad's birthday. So, she's mingling with them. She talks to James, and she's feeling James too. So she didn't see him coming pretty much. So Joel calls the ladies back, and they have to give their keys to the new gentleman. So Luann gives her key to Adam. Shannon gives her keys to James because she wanted to give her key to Adam, but Luann beat her to the punch. Ashley gave her key to Jason, which was someone who's closer to her in age. So she's just like, maybe I need to, I'm trying to date someone like that's closer to me in age. So she's just like, okay, I'm gonna try this guy, because she got Wale. He's like 2 years older than her, and this one is a year older than her. So she's just like, let me try this and, try to cure, this daddy issue. Well, she didn't say daddy issues, but this daddy problem that I have since she's always dating, older men or whatever. And Giselle doesn't give her key to anybody because, again, she's not feeling any of the guys. So they everyone all comes together. Well, no, I take that back. I think, yeah, they all come together, but it's like off camera, not really. We don't really see it, but they show little flashbacks of it or whatever. So the next day, everybody is doing yoga together, and the night before, Joel lets them know that they're going to go on a group date the next day. So that was when they all had came together. So he lets them know they're going to go on a group date. So, they've all done their yoga in the morning, and then now they're getting ready to go for their group date. So they have the group date with all the other men. James and Luann are making a connection. She has James on one side and Adam on one side. So she's like, or I can't remember where everybody was sitting, but she was talking majority of the night. She was talking to James and Adam, and Luann was living her best life. She wasn't caring about what anybody else was going on, because while she's living her best life talking to all these men, Shannon and Earl are getting into it, and Wale and Ashley are getting into it, but not really getting into it. But they arguing. So Shannon and Earl get into it because she gave him vegetables, and he was just like, I don't eat vegetables, and she was just like, who doesn't eat vegetables? And he felt some type of way about it. He was just like, why do you always look shocked when I tell you something? And so she felt some type of way about it as well when he said that to her. So she starts having a conversation with Chad. I can't remember that man's name. He was the last guy that they gave the key to last week. What was that man's name? What was his name? I really cannot think of none of these men's name. Phil, there we go. She's talking to Phil about, where he lives in California. They're just talking about all this other stuff. And Earl is just sitting there, like he's listening, but he's not engaging. So Shannon's just like, why aren't you engaging? Like, you can talk too. And he was just like, well, I don't live in California. I don't have no reference point. So I don't have not like, I don't have no, like, I don't have nothing to really say. Like, I can't, talk or give any, like, I don't have no contributions to have to give to the conversation because I have no reference of what y'all are talking about. So it's just like, I'm gonna just sit here. And she was just like, well, you can listen. And it's just like, he was listening. He was paying attention to what y'all were saying because he knew that he had nothing to contribute to the conversation. So why are you telling him like you can listen? And it's just like, Shannon, you you doing a little too much for me right now. But I guess because earlier in the episode she had told him this was going on a year from her from the when she had the DUI. So she had shown a picture to the guys of she took a picture at 11:59 the night of her DUI. And she couldn't remember when she took the picture, so she was like all bloody or whatever. So she's like, it's been a year since that happened. So early in the episode, Joel went to go talk to her and he was just like giving her encouragement and like helping her to like think better of herself. And also he was just like deal with the uncomfortableness of Earl because it's like you're opening up to him, but you're not really open. You're like you're a little bit closed off. And he was just like, maybe this is part of the process. You need to like deal with the uncomfortableness of it. So they back to them at the dinner, and it's just like she's like low key nitpicking at him, and it's just like he was after they like once all of that happened, like they go off to the side and they're talking, and so she's basically telling him that um like when you said what however he said it, she took it in a way where she felt like she was being condemned because she has PTSD, or she was being triggered by like her old relationships. And she was just like, it would be a thing where I would say something, they would say something to me, and then they would make me feel a certain way, and then it would turn into like something else. So she was feeling triggered by it. And so he explained that I was being triggered as well because when you like I told you I don't eat vegetables and then you criticized me. He was just like, I felt like that was my first wife. And he was just like, I don't I don't view you as my first wife or my ex, and you shouldn't view me as your ex. Like we're not those people. Like I understand that we have our triggers, but I'm not like in that moment I felt like I was, it was a situation with my ex, but I know that it's not. And this is all just stupid. It's like we can get past this. This is stupid. And she took that as him calling her stupid, and it was just like, that's not what he said. He's letting you know that whatever it is that this like triggers that y'all are both having, y'all can get past this. He's seeing you outside of what he knows. He's seeing you outside of the ex that treated him the way that you're actually treating him in this moment. And he wants to get past it. But you're not seeing him outside of the exes that did you however they did you and made you feel a certain way. So you're still putting that on him. And it's like he's trying to let you know, I'm not your ex, just like you're not my ex. We can get past whatever this is. We can work on this, but you're not wanting to work on this. You just want to see it as you are like my ex because you really don't see it for Earl. And that's how I see it. Like I feel like Shannon was finding a reason not to see it for Earl because that whole thing that they had when she was relaying it back to the other ladies, you was putting 20 on 10, and you even had to say like, well, he didn't say it that forcefully. He didn't say it forceful at all. All he said was, why are you shocked that I don't eat vegetables? And it's just like, yeah, why aren't you eating vegetables? But at the same time, okay, you don't eat vegetables. Why are you acting that way just because a man don't eat vegetables? Like, it wasn't that serious. It wasn't that deep. And Shannon just took it to a whole nother level. So it was just like, girl, I guess. Like, I guess, Shannon. I don't know. So then you have Wale and Ashley on the other side. They're talking, and basically Wale is like in his feelings, like he's like, I'm feeling you, I'm like, I'm trying to get to know you and talk to you, but you are, you're like talking to other guys, and it's just like, bro, y'all on a love dating show. Like, that's the whole point of the show. She's going to talk to other guys, like she has to get to know all these other guys. And I can't believe this man got me taking up for Ashley. Like, I cannot believe it. I have not liked Ashley since season 1, episode 1 of Potomac, and he got me taking up for Ashley. I'm mad at him right now. But no, but it's like chill, bro. Like, yeah, she has to get to know other people so that she can know if you are the one that she wants to be with. That's what this show is about. Like, all the ladies are going to talk to different people. It's like, you can't be mad that she's talking to other people. Like, that's the name of the game. Like, that's the name of the show. It's like, that's what they're here for. And Ashley is on, I've dated, like, I'm so used to dating older men. Like, I've been married, I have children. The two new guys that she's talking to, neither one of them have been married. They don't have children. And she's just like, I don't know if I want to have any more children. And it's just like, I get it. Like, maybe she needs to stick with old men, because again, if she's gonna get with someone who's in her age, if they don't have no kids, they're probably gonna want kids with you. And if you're not trying to have kids, that needs to be a deal breaker for you, Ashley. Like, you need to let it be known that whoever you're gonna get with next, they have to already have kids, or they don't want to have kids. Because if you're not trying to have any more kids, don't waste anybody else's time. Like, let it be known that's a deal breaker for you. If you don't have kids, or you don't want to have kids, I mean, or yeah, if you already have kids and you don't want to have kids, that's the type of men that Ashley needs to be looking for at this point. Like, don't be looking for anything else, because if you don't want children, all them other young men that ain't got kids, you don't need to be with them, Ashley. Just let that go. So, she tells him, maybe we need to take a breather from each other. And he was just like, so you're just trying to figure out a reason why you don't like me. Like, you're trying to have a reason not to like me. Ooh, Lord, these gnats. You're trying to have a reason not to like me. And that's where he's coming from. And she's just like, okay, like, I guess. Like, and I'm just like, yeah, I guess too, because she told you that she don't want kids. And it's just like, sir, she's telling you, well, I may not want to have kids anymore. And it's just like, do you still want to try this with her? Because if that is something that you want in the cards for you, Wale, then you need to let her know, like, yeah, that's a deal breaker for me too. Like, that got to be a deal breaker for him as well. Like, if you do want to have kids, you need to get with a woman that wants to have kids. Like, don't get with a woman that doesn't want to have kids. So Jay talks to Giselle, and because he was talking to Shannon, and he was having a good old time with Shannon, and Giselle was just like, well, I see that you have a good old time with her, but you don't be that way with me. And he's just like, because you don't show me like that you like me. Like, I can't, like, I'm trying to get somewhere with you, but you're not showing that you like me. So it's like, I can't be myself with you, because you're not giving me no inklings of anything. And she's just like, but you still got to give me some inklings. Like, if, like, I mean, not inklings, you have to show me like yourself. And she was just like, stop, like, like, that's a lesson that we all need to learn. Stop, like, um tiptoeing around somebody. Just be your authentic self with me. And it's just like, that's the truth. Like, what? Like, I am really mad at these people, that these people are getting me to side with Giselle and Ashley. I do not like these ladies, but these men are making me side with them. Cause it's like, why are you like, just be yourself with the person that you're trying to get to know. If they don't like you for who you are, then you don't need to be with them. Don't like give them little bits and little pieces. Like, not saying you need to just like if you're like, you don't need to be all of that with them, but like be yourself, be like, enjoy, like you're in this beautiful hotel, like enjoy, Jay is just, he's there, he's not really like enjoying, and it's just like, I need you to enjoy, like just enjoy, but so he was just like, he's gonna try to be better, better about that. Then Ralph tells Giselle that, I'm interested, like he lets her know that he's interested and he wants to see where this goes. And she's just like, okay, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this. So, she's excited about that. So, again, after Shannon and Earl got into it, she ran off and she had like, she was in her feelings. So she was in her room crying, and the ladies went to go check on her, but she didn't want to be, she didn't want to be around people at that moment. So Ashley goes, like, they're all like, everyone has like dispersed or whatever. Ashley goes to she comes back downstairs to say goodnight to Jason, the new guy. And as they're there, like, talking or whatever, Shannon comes down and she's like, I showed Earl my video, like, me taking this picture at 11:59, and I just wanted him to be like, today at 11:59, be like, look at where you're at, like, give me, praise, but he ruined all of that. And it was just like, no, you ruined all of that because you couldn't get outside of yourself. You didn't listen to what Joel told you to do. You pretty much just like ended it before it began, is what you really did. That's really what Shannon did. So 11:59 rolls around, and her and Ashley take a picture, and she's feeling like, a little bit better about herself, and that's where the episode ends. So we see the preview for the next episode, and it looks like Luann is, because she was feeling, her and James, she didn't see James coming, so she was having a more connection with James than she was with Adam. So she's telling Shannon, like, you need to you chill with Adam and get to know him, because the ladies had said maybe that's what we need to do, like get Shannon away from Earl so she can get to know other people. So we're going to see Shannon talking and getting closer to Adam, and then I guess she's gonna tell Earl, like, I don't want to talk to you no more, whatever. And we see him crying or whatever. Oh, last thing before we go, Ashley went into the room with all the men. Like, it was Ralph, Phil, James, Wale, and somebody else. They were all sitting around talking, and they were just like, is everything okay? Because they seen her talking to Shannon, and she was just like, yeah, it's okay. It'll be okay, And they were just like, yeah, we see that Earl really likes her, and, all this other stuff. And so they like asked her, well, are you okay? And she was just like, it's, this uncomfortable. There are two guys that that I really like, but all this other stuff. And then Ralph was like, well, there are more good guys too. And she was just like, yeah, yeah. She was just like, and Ralph, you were the one that I was really interested in, but I'm gonna let you and Giselle handle that. And then she leaves. I was just like, ooh, Ashley, girl. Because now he's just like, oh snap, like what's this gonna mean for me and Giselle now that I know that Ashley wants to talk to me, because I didn't even really have an inkling that she wanted to talk to me. And it's like, Ashley, why would you say that? And now Wale and James are both looking like, wait, you picked us, but you really wanted him? Like, because I would be looking like we're like total opposites, because James and Wale are both black and Ralph is not. Yeah, because we know Ashley's type. She like them older men, older white men. Ralph just looks better than her ex, way better than her ex, but I digress. But yeah, so that's how the episode ends. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen next week. I can't wait to see how this Ralph, Ashley, Giselle thing is gonna fare out. We're gonna see how they're gonna handle that. But we shall see. But yeah, that was the episode. And if you liked what you see, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.